Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. Alright, this is an exciting day. It's the launch of Stellaris 2.0 and Stellaris Apocalypse, of which I will be featuring both in this special bonus episode. If you've been following my streams, yesterday we wrapped up our previous Stellaris series, and it actually wrapped up really well. We had a very good finish to that game, but now it's time. It's almost like an all-new game. Major changes coming to Stellaris, and here is our one-time pop-up with all of the updates. So, follow along. This is Stellaris 2.0. Stellaris has changed quite dramatically in 2.0, including a complete overhaul of the way FTL travel works. Overall, you can expect the pace of expansion to be more measured and deliberate. And you now have much greater choice over which star systems you want to control. You will need to use your construction ships to build star bases that control systems and defend your borders. Star bases can be upgraded with shipyards to construct military fleets, or turned into mighty fortresses able to defend vital choke points and strategically important systems. Admirals have grown in importance as well, as you now have a limit on how many ships you can have in a single fleet. In place of one massive armada in 2.0, it will be key to ensure multiple fleets are positioned correctly so they can respond to any threat to your borders, whether be it from the new, more aggressive pirates or hostile space empires. The war system has changed as well. You now need to make claims on an enemy's territory before declaring war on them. This means it is now possible to wage a limited war for a single system without having to fight a long, attritional struggle for it. Larger conflicts have changed as well, with the arrival of the Colossus and the Apocalypse expansion. The Colossus is a planet-killer superweapon that can be equipped with various armaments, one of which is capable of shattering a planet entirely. We hope you are ready for the apocalypse. Due to the size and scope of the changes, saved games from before version 2.0 will not be compatible with version 2.0, hence the new series. If you wish to continue your old save in version 1.9, follow the forum link below and read the thread, How to Revert Stellaris to a Previous Version. Alright, well, there you have it. We have a brand new game, essentially. Only moderate similarities. There's going to be some wholesale changes to the way we play, and it's going to be like learning the game all over again. Alright, now let's see. We have an existing... do a few edits here. Let's give them a new look here. And that's pretty cool. Do. Reptilian. The Gecko. It's a little moth. Oh, so cute. Fungoid. Do we want to be a fungus? We're gonna stick with humanoid so we don't have massive changes. That's who we had. But this looks like a scene out of Star Trek. Ta-da! Nah, look familiar? I wonder. Okay, we'll stick with this. Let's see. National Seal, Militarist, Fanatic Militarist. Habitability is up. I want to change the name lists. It was really hard to read before. Oh, there you go. Oh, nice. Okay. There is. More options now. I think we're gonna go with the Roman Republic name list. Okay, traits. Migration, yeah, I don't mind settling that one down. Okay. Maybe we change our name here. We're gonna make you Mount Olympus, and our star name this time should be how about Zeus? Continental's fine. Let's see, we went with Mammalian last time. And that's fine. Efficient bureaucracy. Okay. Materialist. Alrighty, and I think we're about ready to start. Alright, save. Only subtle changes. And here we go. Large, elliptical, yes. AI empires, advanced AI starts, one fallen empire. Ooh, Marauder empires. Let's just put one out there. Tech tradition cost, habitable worlds, lots of them. Primitive civilizations, okay, slightly expanded. Crisis strength. Mid game, end game. Let's put that a little farther along. AI aggressiveness, low, please. May kick my butt. Difficulty is normal. Empire placement in clusters. Let's make that random. Advanced neighbors is off. Yeah, don't crush me. Hyperlane density, abandoned gateways, wormhole pairs, and yes, Iron Man will be on. And here we go. Again, this is Stellaris 2.0. It is only week 11 of Decathlon Gaming Competition. However, this is episode number 1. We have a brand new start. The year is 2200. It is January the 1st. It's New Year's. Alright, we are Decathlon. We're direct democracy. And we are the Olympian species. And our capital is Mount Olympus. In the eons since the first primitive Olympian communities took shape in the meadows and forests of Mount Olympus, our civilization has spread and prospered as our technology progressed to a level that allowed for instantaneous communications. Our inefficient nation-states merged together to form a true democracy, with every citizen having a say in important decisions. Now, after the discovery of the hyperlane network, the finest minds of the Decathlon have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Excellent. Alright, so here we are, and we are, well, first planet from the sun. There's a small asteroid belt before us. Here is our starting system. Looks like we begin now with knowledge of our home system. That actually makes a lot of sense. The other game, you gotta go and explore your own system. You don't know your planet. You don't know the planets within your own system. This makes total sense. So there's already our first change to Stellaris already witnessed. Okay, we know our starting system. Alright, now taking a look, there's more going on than normal. Okay, here's a science ship. Here's a mining station on our... Ooh, we have multiple mining stations starting out. Look at that. Okay. On most of what we have in this system, we have 3 mining stations already. Here's a big one. We have a starbase. Here is said starbase. Okay, it has a military power of 413. It can be upgraded, but I don't think we want to do that on our home system. If I understand how this works correctly, it can be, it can be downgraded back to an outpost, which is good because there is a limit. We have capacity of 3 starbases. And that's what controls your borders more than anything else. You have modules, you have buildings. What do we start with? Crew quarters. Dock ship upkeep, that's definitely a good one for your home planet. And we have a shipyard. And it has a capacity of 1. Alright, let's take a look at the details here. It's another nice new view that I don't remember seeing before anyway. The station, the starport, has 10,000 hull points, armor's about 3,000, shield's about 1,000, and it does 24.5 damage per tick. That's pretty amazing, and that's very basic already. So, let's take a look at what else is new out there, or just get ourselves acquainted so we can actually get this game started, which I'm sure you're all as eager as I am to begin this playthrough. Right, budget, we have a energy surplus of 9 units per month. We are humanoid, we are Olympians, we have 8 pops on our 1 planet. And we are materialist. For our voice, we have no context so far. And we have an orbital research mandate from the president. We need 4 research stations with a unity bonus for achieving that. And here we go. Our 3 notices up there were all for science. Looks like we're starting off with some decent bonuses. Research speed +5, excellent, and particles +15. And here's a particle one already. Blue lasers right off the bat. Yeah, let's take that. Okay, society. This is just general bonuses, so it applies to everything. Monthly unity. There's our unity. That's not a bad start. Let's go ahead and start there. And coil gun, an engineering facility that can wait. Ship hold points. Let's see, hangar bay. Oh, basic strike craft. Okay, so you can add small flight craft to your ships. Basically, you can go Star Wars on them. TIE fighters, X-wings, so on. Coil gun. Let's take the strike craft. All right, research is head up now into. Looks like this appears to be about the same. Okay, our sectors. We have a food surplus of 3. We have a planet size with 16 tiles. We have not taken a look at that yet. Pretty basic there. Policies and edicts looks the same. Factions. We have no factions yet. We have 40% militarist, 60% materialist at this point, though. Here's a new one. Claims. We don't have any claims yet. Strategic resources. Nothing. Here is overview of our species. Here's our leaders tab. This appears the same, though I know there will be more availability of leaders as time goes on. Okay, traditions. Okay, this appears to be the same. And I have not used the expansion planner, but this might be a good time to start getting into that. Okay, we begin with a Corvette that has a small mass driver, kinetic weapons, and a small red laser. So we do have a mix of weapons to begin with. Fission reactor, hyperdrive 1, chemical thrusters, radar system, basic computer, and it looks like we have room for reactor booster. Power generation is 20. Okay. Don't know if I need that. Is that going to change anything? It does. It changes the speed, right? And the evasion. So if evasion goes up, speed goes up a little bit, and so does the change the damage. It does change the damage. Okay. What about, does it change anything else? Upkeep goes up slightly. Cost goes up slightly. But we're going to keep that on there. Okay. We have small deflectors. Alright, let's go ahead and save that. This is our Malleus ship. And here's our defense platform. This is now added to those star systems, if I know how this works correctly. Alright. Well, there you have it. There's our introduction to what we have. Let's see what we have here. Here's a look at our home planet, Mount Olympus. We have 16 tiles. We have 8 pops already. And our governor, Naya Sornatius. Let's see, pop resource production, build speed, clear blocker tile time, food plus 10%, and hydroponics farm build cost. That's a good one. Alright, we have a number of clearable tiles. We only have 2 available right now to expand to. And we have buildings on everything else already. Look at that. It's +6, +6. Nice job on the food there. We'll worry about building those later. Alright, we have our shipyard. So the Zeus Station shipyard. Classis 1. It's our military fleet. It has 3 ships, and it looks like we have a capacity right now of 20. That is also our overall capacity. We have 2 civilian ships, 1 construction and 1 science, so that's pretty standard. We have an anomaly discovery chance +10%. We have a scientist already, and they are going to get to work. Here we go. We are on the edge of the solar system. And we are definitely going to begin exploring here as soon as possible. Maybe I should hit this outer edge and explore or survey. Interesting. I'm not sure what the difference is going to be between them. And we'll survey that one. And I want to get our borders done first. So that one. Our immediate borders. Okay, now, construction ship. There are still a few left to get. We are getting plenty of energy, so we're going to begin with the mining station. Maybe we should just have you mining station. There you go. Build the mining station first. Then we can pick up the energy, and then you'll have to wait for that one. Alright. Let's take a look here. We're gaining 11 minerals per month. Our influence is +3 per month. Our unity is +2. Our research is pretty basic starting out. We have 5 systems that we can have. 20 naval fleet capacity and 3 star bases. Alright, we're going to hit play. And we'll take a look out here once again. Okay, it looks like here's our first choke point. Our first choke point will be here. That'll close this off, protect that border. We might even go as far out as here with that. And then I'd like to get this point and that point. So our first 3 star bases should be here, here, and here. And that'll give us this whole area under our direct control. And then we can expand into this area if it's not already occupied in any way. Ooh, look at that. That's an interesting hyperlane. You can close this whole sequence off back there. Oh, look at that. Here's another whole isolated strain. So we don't want to just go here. I'd like to pull all of this in. So we might actually choke point all the way out here. And then choke point out here. Or here. And here would get us further back. Here we could try to pull this in, but I don't know how we'd get all of that. I'd definitely like to get control of this whole sector. That would be nice. We'll have to see how soon we make. Looks like we found a Savannah world already. That's where our science ship is off to, or at this point. Voltaum Star Assembly. We have received artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Adamir 1. They must have been active in this region of space approximately 12 million years ago, judging by the age of the artifacts. From what they've been able to piece together, our scientists theorize that these aliens, who called themselves the Voltam Star Assembly, were worm-like annelids, roughly 3 to 4 meters in length, that communicated with each other primarily through vibrations carried along their segmented bodies.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so we have... situation log. There we go. Voltown. 6 artifacts that we need to discover. That's the same story we've seen before, but presented a little differently. Let's go ahead and take a look at this system that we are exploring right now. Here's Automir 2, the Savannah world. We haven't explored it yet, but here's Automir 1, and it's got a physics bonus of 3, so that'll be good. Contact report. Remnants. The Decathlon is abuzz with news of the alien remnants studied by the ISS Ptolemy. These leavings are considered definitive proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. We may still be alone now, but we are, at least, not the first to be so. Remarkable. Alright, let's see, we have energy credits there. We still have one more to harness here. We're going to need 1 more month till we can get that going. I will play a little bit faster once we get moving along here a little bit. I'd like to get another science ship built pretty soon so we can go out and explore further. And it looks like we need outposts to expand our borders. So we're going to have to start looking into building those outposts. So, for example, this is our starbase, but you only need an outpost to expand the borders first, and it starts as an outpost, becomes a starbase. I'll have to look into what that costs here in a little bit. Our construction ship is...
Anomaly found.
Ooh, that's high fail risk. Let's leave that be for now. We have added +2 minerals per month. We're going to add +2 energy credits here in a moment. And that construction ship, as soon as it's done, we want to get our last research station built to finish off our home planet, our home sector. Here we go. Starbase has no upkeep. Mining station. Research station. Observation posts. Fleet stance. Mega structures. Interesting. I don't see an option for just outpost though. Alright, how are we looking here? So, Automir 2 is 40% habitability. And that's where the anomaly is. With unusual sonic activity. Interesting, okay. Okay, well, let's speed things up a little bit. Let's get on with this job. Our science ship is fast at work. We want to, let's see here, shipyard? Is this where we're going to? Yeah, you have starbase. Here's the defenses. We have up to 6 defense platforms, which cost 217 minerals right now. Or the shipyard, where we make corvettes, which right now cost 150 minerals. And let's see what else is. That's all we have unlocked right now. So What about science? Spaceport? Oh, okay. There's still a spaceport. This is where we do the construction and science. Or colony ship, which only costs 315 minerals right now. So that's actually a lot cheaper than I'm used to. But let's go ahead and build another science ship. We'll get another construction ship on the go here pretty soon too. Alright, now our construction ship is done. I'm curious, what will it take? Looks like we found another continental world. There you go. That'll be a expansion here soon. I wonder what can be done. Outpost.
Construction project
100.
concluded.
It's going to take 100 minerals for that. Okay, we have a new science ship. We need a new leader. Research speed plus 10. Whoa, buddy, I want that. And you're going to go to work for science. I know we're getting a blue laser bonus right now for particle research, so let's go get him a little bit of experience, or them, her, maybe. Looks Prima Lacarius. Yes, female. Okay, her. Sorry. Oh, I don't want to change your name. I'm trying to choose you. We'll switch you up soon, though. That research speed plus 10 is nice. Let's get down the network here. So we're going to go survey this system, and then this system, and that system. So start with those three. Alright, so we have a colonizable, habitable planet not far away at all. Now, the big question is, do we need an outpost already to do that? We can colonize planets to expand the borders of our empire and gain more space for our pups. Can only colonize planets inside our borders. So now it's not just vassals that face that problem, it's everyone. You've got to expand your borders before you can colonize. Leader has gained a level. ISS Tomi, so our other scientist. So we need to expand our borders this way first, which sounds like we need an outpost. Oh, it's got to be fully surveyed before we can do that. Interesting. Now, if I want this on my borders... Ooh, ouch, that's a lot of influence for that. So we're going to leave that be for the time being, even though that's a good resource amount. Okay, we have our first tradition available at just 57 unity.
System survey concluded.
Go ahead and pause while we take a look here. And dun dun dun. We are, let's see, we have expansion. These look the same, I think. There might be some changes though. New colonies, add an additional pop. Starbase. Oh, there you go. Starbase influence cost reduced by 10. That's big, actually. If we're going to grow. Starbase capacity increased by 2. Okay, we're going that way. I'm going to take 79 next. And we finished that system. So let's see what happens. We're going to build our first outpost and expand our borders for the very first time. Now, if you've been watching my previous series, as Decathlon Gamer, I'm doing what I refer to as the Gaming Decathlon. That Gaming Decathlon is 10 games that I'm trying to master. The overall decathlon, the Olympic decathlon, is 10 sports. Each one is evaluated at 1,000 points. It's on individual, it's not ranking comparisons. You get first place, you get X amount of points. It's what it takes to be the best in the world at that sport is basically 1,000 points. And what you get as, like, say, your 200-meter running time, right? If you get best time in the world, world record, then you're probably getting about 1,000 points. So each of 10 games for me is evaluated at a potential 1,000 points. And then when you add that all together, that's my score in the decathlon. So for Stellaris, we are starting a new stream, so I have 0 points. However,
System
let's see
survey
here. Where
concluded.
is situation log? Victory. All right. To get a domination victory, which is what we're going for, you must own 40% of all habitable worlds out there. It is 110 planets to get victory. We have 1 out of 110 planets right now. So if you expand that 110 to being 1,000, then we have about 10 points right now. Or 9, really. Okay, so that's where I'm at on that progress. We're just getting things started. Yes, we own 1 planet. That's how we start. Let's see what happens with this construction. It is getting started. Looks like we just finished our second system. I guess that would be our third system that we've explored. But our second science ship. And there's our 2 ships heading to these 2 places. And this is a new visual range. This is like before. The borders are definitely done differently than before. That's been updated. We're just about to the end of this episode, but I'd like to see this expansion of borders first. Ooh, hello. We have alien vessels. Let's take a look. What do we have here? Is that the space amoebas? I forget. But these are the beta aliens. We'll have to learn about them a little bit later. So, contact report, enigmatic spacefarers. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Mount Olympus in many ways, ending the first chapter in the book of the Decathlon's bid for a stellar empire. We are not alone. Okay, now that science ship is running away. So, okay, good. Hey, they keep their orders. Look at that. They just move on to their next order instead of resetting. Oh, there's a new feature that I like very much. A little less on the micromanagement. They just move on to their next order. Alright, our construction ship is nearly done as we are adding our first outpost. So we'll see what happens with the borders. And there you go. Okay, so the borders only expand to that next system. I'm sure we are now capable of colonizing, though we don't yet have. Yes, colonizing is an option. We are short on minerals, so that's not going to happen till next episode. But it also did not add this system, so we will need an outpost there. But also looking, we still only have 1 starbase. So that expansion only expanded that 1 system to our border. So to add each system within our borders, it's going to take that 100 minerals plus a certain amount of influence, which you can see that I immediately have gone to try to expand said influence. Alright, now let's take a look as our last thing as we wrap up this episode. Here we have a starbase. It is just an outpost. And to upgrade it, it's going to take 300 minerals and take 1 year to complete. As just an outpost, no modules or buildings are available, and it just expands our borders. Oh, nice, and it looks like a Borg. Well, a little bit like a Borg building, a Borg structure. There you go. Alright, well, we're going to wrap things up there. That's it for today, but I have another special bonus episode for you tomorrow. So tune in again tomorrow for episode 2 in this series. You can also check me out over on Twitch, where I am going to stream a separate series from this one throughout the day today as well as tomorrow as a special Stellaris 2.0 launch week with Apocalypse DLC. Well, that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.